Now at 11, developing news. An investigation into a deadly officer-involved shooting is underway in Portsmouth.
Tonight, we know a camera that was on the taser used on the suspect will play a role in that investigation. Here's what many of you saw earlier on WAVY News 10. Chopper 10 flew over Collin Drive South off of Portsmouth Boulevard. That's where officers say they shot and killed the suspect in a drug investigation after a chase. It
started across town at around 2:30 p.m. on 7th and Madison Streets, just north of Norfolk Naval Shipyard at the Southside Gardens Apartments. 10 on your side's Aaron Kelly is live at the police station where the chief addressed the media tonight.
And Liz Palka is live at the scene, but we're going to start with Aaron. So Aaron, what's the latest from police?
Well, in a press conference earlier tonight, the chief said that the investigation is in its early stages, that the forensics unit was processing the scene where the man died. Here's what the chief says happened today. Portsmouth police say it started at Madison and 7th Streets, 2:26 Tuesday afternoon. They say something drew special investigators to a car with two people in it by the Southside Gardens Apartments, about a block from Norfolk Naval Shipyard.
The passenger did exit the vehicle. However, the driver refused to exit the vehicle and at that time fled in the vehicle, almost striking a detective.
Neighbor Laura Devereaux, who asked us not to show her face, missed all of it.
Well, my brother called me to ask me how was I doing, what was going on over here, and I told him what, because I didn't know anything.
Police say a chase started from there, continuing on Effingham Street to 264, down Portsmouth Boulevard, and eventually ending at a home on Collin Drive, about 5 miles away.
The suspect vehicle pulled up in the front lawn of 19 Collin Drive, at which time the driver, the male, exited the vehicle and attempted to run inside the front door.
Pastor Mike Ellis watched as police started arriving by Bethany Baptist Church.
Our first car came and had a very loud siren. We went outside and there were about 3 police cars at that time that were parked there. And then immediately after that, they were coming in clumps of 4 and 5. We counted 25.
Police say one officer ran after the suspect as he approached a home and used a taser on him, but that didn't stop him. According to police, a struggle between the suspect and officer spilled into the living room, a hallway, and a bedroom. Then, police say another officer tried to use a taser on the suspect.
The struggle continued, at which time the suspect produced a handgun. The officers then yelled gun and made attempts to grab the gun as well as the individual's hand. As this was occurring, one officer discharged his service weapon, firing approximately 3 to 5 shots.
Police say the man was pronounced dead at 2:40, about 15 minutes after it all started. And the chief said tonight that he does not believe that the suspect fired a gun. He couldn't say how many times the man had been shot or exactly where on his body he had been shot. We understand that the officers involved in this were not hurt and have been placed on administrative leave, which is just standard procedure for something like this. We know that there will be 2 investigations, a criminal investigation that will eventually go to the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office, and then an administrative investigation which will be handled by the police department. Live in Portsmouth tonight, Aaron Kelly, 10 on your side.
Chief Hargis maintained this is still a preliminary investigation, but technology could provide some real answers in this police-involved shooting. The chief said 2 officers used tasers and they had no impact on the suspect. We also learned those tasers record audio and video.
As soon as the taser's engaged,
Does that mean on or
turned on, the video and audio recordings kick on.
The chief added, based on past experience, taser video isn't always the best quality. Besides the officers in the hallway, police confirmed there was someone else in the house, but they would not say if that person actually witnessed the shooting. Our live team coverage continues with reaction from those close to the situation now. There were speeding police cars and commotion before the gunfire.
Family members are questioning why police had to shoot the suspect. 10 on your side's Liz Palka is live on Collin Drive tonight. Liz?
Tom and Nicole, the scene is still very active. Investigators are going in and out of the house here on Collin Drive. A lot of family members of the suspect have been coming by as well. In fact, the suspect's wife was here in the last hour or 2. I spoke to her and she told me she witnessed the entire ordeal inside her house. She told me at this point she just wants to know why such use of force happened.
It's sad. It's so sad. These times and days is sad in Portsmouth. It's just sad. It don't make no sense.
Shamia Ward tells us she's a close relative of the man shot and killed by police in this house on Collin Drive South.
That's his house and his wife's house. That's their house.
Both Ward and neighbors confirm the suspect lived here in the house. This is where Portsmouth police say he ran into, struggled with police, and was fatally shot. Neighbors said that silver Chevy on the front lawn of the home with the headlights on was the suspect's vehicle. They didn't witness the pursuit, but heard the commotion Tuesday afternoon. Dolores Harper was walking out to her front porch when she heard the sirens in the Portsmouth Heights neighborhood.
As I started down my door, an unmarked car pulled up in front of my house, slammed on brakes, jumped out. Cop jumped out, went running down the street holding his gun, and then there was police cars everywhere.
Another neighbor said she saw multiple officers run in the house with their guns drawn. Later on, medics went in with a stretcher, then came back out because the suspect had already died.
I feel sorry for the family. I feel for the children. Anytime this happens, no matter what the situation, it's bad.
Now the suspect's wife and family members are questioning the officer's actions. Police say the suspect pulled out a gun. The wife, who was inside the house at the time, said she never saw one.
It's so unfair. It's not right. And I know people might look at it a different way, but death is not right. No matter how it's done, death is not right.
And of course, again, the suspect's wife saying that she did not see her husband pull out a gun, but the Portsmouth police chief did say a gun was recovered from the scene, so that is certainly something that we will be asking more questions on in the coming days. I also wanted to mention police have not identified the suspect yet. The family has given us his name, but we will not release that until police do. Live in Portsmouth, I'm Liz Pelka, 10 on your side.
Still so many pieces to this puzzle. The use of force by police has dominated the national stage for the last 6 months, a point that Chief Hargis addressed tonight.
We've reached out to the NAACP. We've had some positive meetings building up to this incident occurring. We do a lot of work with our community, being a transparent agency. We've been transparent with the media, letting them know the things we're doing, and we try to provide you with as much information as we can as our investigations move forward.
Also, Chief Hargis stands behind the officers involved in this incident based on preliminary information gathered on this case.